happy birthday. So, I actually have two things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing your numerology as well as some Mayan birthday work. So I didn't do the Mayan stuff on the live because this is more personal. So I saved it for this. So I'm going to be working from the Mayan calendar birthday book. And so this book, I've had it for, I can't even tell you, probably 20 years. And it's slightly different. The glyphs and tones are slightly different than, let's say, when you go and do a, if you go online and you go to like an astrology, Mayan astrology calculator, slightly different information. So I'm actually going to read you her interpretation of the birthdays and the way that she calculates things, because I found that I resonate more with her interpretation versus what the online calculators have told me. So I'm going to stick with hers. Okay, so let's start. So your tone is the tone number 9, and your glyph is Sib, Kib. So if you actually know, I actually want to find it. Actually, it's on the cover of the book. Wow, so you are the cover of this book, Kib, this glyph right here. It looks like a wise staff, right? The staff of wisdom. So it's the number 16, which is the number 7, which has been that was prominent in your readings as well. Number 7. So here we go. Communicating between dimensions of reality to stabilize Earth. This symbol will help you experience yourself as a member of the universe and feel a sense of finally being at home here on Earth. You attain an ability to use and understand telepathy with ease. You become familiar with and communicate with other life forms, such as angels and space beings. You will be adjusting your physical body to the higher frequencies to make such communication possible. One lesson of this step of the soul is to stay out of awe or worship for other seemingly more powerful life forms. Just recognize them as brothers and sisters and as equals. They will enjoy your company more if you have dignity. Which is, okay, so what this is telling me is the way that we sometimes, like some people would put God on a pedestal and say he's the higher power, but we are God. If we are all part of him, we are him and or her, and it. We are all connected. We are all equal. We are all one. So this is reminding you that you are just as powerful and as amazing as the people that you look up to. You are they're equal. They're what's that word? Not co-worker, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Their colleague. Your colleagues. Okay. And I love that the card, that the placeholder was the carriage. Oh my God. Look at that. And it says a journey, either physical or mental. And this is exactly what this was just talking about. The journey. So realizing the capability to telepathy and all that stuff. So carrying you home. Okay, so that's, I think it's Kib. We'll find out when we get to the Mayan Oracle book. Actually, I want to read that before I move on to the other ones. So, Kib, and the oh my gosh, so the placeholder, I always just pull cards for placeholders, was the bridge, as we were talking in your reading about the bridge. So this is a beautiful synchronicity. Successfully overcoming a problem. Okay, so the Mayan usage for the Kib, Kib, with an E-E, Kib. Oh, Kib! Okay, it's the owl. The qualities are grace, trust, inner voice, galactic conduit, reception, mystic transmission, divine communication, cosmic consciousness, golden mirror, the ferryman's staff. Beautiful. So it's the staff, the rod, the owl, the number 16, once again, number 7. The colors are indigo blue and gold, which is interesting because that came through also in your reading. The scents are lily of the valley and honeysuckle. Rose webiana is the flower essence. Your flower is the calla lily. I love calla lilies. The herbs are vervain and eyebright. So the shadow wisdom, which is what we always work on, is lacking trust in your own inner knowing, your ability to feel and act on the guidance from spirit. And the shadow transformation, once you've transformed that, which I feel you have, establish your divine connection. Become a direct conduit for spirit, the bridge. Trust in your mystical intelligence. Attune yourself to clear signals from your inner guidance. The harmonic wisdom is grace. So, the mudra is arms reach out in a large V above your head, as if to receive galactic communication. Then fingertips come together to touch the third eye. And then lower the sides to the palm forwarding out. Goes like this. So out. I don't have enough space in here. Okay, so, and the meditation is, I am a transcendent splendor of the night blossomed lotus atop your golden luminous staff. And now let's see what, so, discover the Voyager. Hear the inner voice of your solar identity. Owl, messenger of the great central sun, soaring softly through the conduit of mystical transmissions, silently sound the golden nimbus of reunion. Receiving Sib is an acknowledgement that you are already dedicated journeyer on the path that unites heart and mind in devotion to the divine. Have you reached a point in your life where you want to know the answer to profound questions or yearning? Ask yourself simply, what is the truest desire? What is the truest desire of my heart in this moment? I am the song seeking the root of truth. Then claim your natural ability to commune with cosmic consciousness, right? Sib, the mystic ferryman on the return path to the stars, offers you the gift of his staff. As a connection between earth plane and the divine, this staff represents a conduit for communication with all that is. Open yourself to receive this great gift. Such transmissions are being offered to you through a process of grace, requiring no effort on your part. Simply focus on the staff as a metaphor of your inner truth. Plant it within yourself. Let it grow and bloom there like a flowering tree. Keeb also asks you to look at issues of trust. Do you trust in your ability to feel and allow clear guidance from spirit? Trust is your access code to divine guidance. Do you trust in others to find their own perfect path? Do you trust in your own gifts and abilities? Through trust, you are offered the gift of mystical connection to cosmic consciousness. Claim it as your birthright. Amazing. Amazing that the bridge card was the placeholder. I'm like blown away because look at, there's a ladder that leads to the bridge, the ladder of ascension, right? The rainbow bridge. So look at, we have the carriage, which is a vehicle, right? And the bridge, it's like all connected. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to get to your tone. And look at, we have a tent for your tone 9. Love it. Okay, so number 9. So as we know, 9, from chaos comes clarity, the ending of an old cycle, the new, but it's also the humanitarian. So here's the energy. You're going to love this. So the 9 looks like that with the line with the 4 dots on top. The number 9 energy is our direct link to the higher frequencies of the other realms of existence. You can ride out on tone 9 energy all the way up the frequency hierarchy to the source God. Tone 9 is an integral part of the planetary grid system and cosmic grid system. It is the grid system. It's a bold and exclamation point. It is the grid system. It is the interconnecting network that the other tone energies ride on. Tone 9 energy is the part of everything in creation. It is the electrical makeup of all that is. Just as we use a soft blanket to wrap a new baby, our Creator uses tone 9 energy to wrap and snuggle all of creation. It is comforting energy, and it is the reason we remember that we have a Creator. It directly connects us to God. Connections also run in many different directions along this master grid work. And because of the way of the grid work is designed, beings from dimensions can use tone 9 energy to contact planet Earth. They simply ride down along the grid lines that extend out from Earth into the cosmos. Tone 9 energy, from our standpoint, is associated with angels, extraterrestrials, and the like. When we meditate with tone 9 energy, we may be invited to contact a being from another dimension. This is especially easy for people with tone 9 birthday. Be selective about who you communicate with, and if you want to try doing this. Be selective about who you communicate with if you want to try doing this. Remember that master grid lines lead everywhere. If the contact doesn't feel like pure love, Clap your hands and tell it, go away. You wouldn't invite just anybody into your home, so be selective when it comes to beings from other dimensions. At the start of your meditation, state an intention that you want to contact only those beings of the highest light. Many angels and beings of the highest light want to help Planet Earth at this time and would be happy to communicate with you. Use this tone energy and communication will be easy. I love it. Okay. And I don't know why, but I had a lottery ticket, an old lottery ticket in the in here, and it is from February 27th, 2018. 22718. Crazy. In case you want to see what the numbers are all about. Boop. Okay. So now we're going to move on to your planet, which I love your planet because it's coinciding with the 1221 conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn. Is it Jupiter and Saturn? The one that I just posted about. Oh my God, bell announcement. I've been seeing bells lately. From whom the bell tolls. I just literally found a bell outside. So your planet is Jupiter, the energy of wealth and success. Jupiter is influenced by crystal energy. It knows the lessons of great power and strength. It understands influence and wealth. If this is your birthday planet, you are capable of achieving great material success and balancing it with your highly evolved spiritual nature. Yes, because I notice your attitude number is 8. That is the power number. That is the money number. That is being able to bring in that money, but not worrying about it because you know the universe provides. You know, as long as you're doing what you love, the universe provides. But a bell. Okay, so that's your Mayan stuff. That's another thing that's in there. Smile. And I don't know why this was there as well. Okay. Now we're going to get to, I'm going to save that bell because that's been coming through a lot. Bells. Oh yeah, so here we go. We're going to start. So your life path 10, which is, you know, no matter how I calculated it, it always reduced back to 10. And so 10, it was 10, 10, 10. So 1. So 10, 10, 10, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, almost like the Matrix, right? How it's all code. But 1. So of course we know that that is the leader. So you're here to lead the way for others to follow. I call it the paver, the way shower, the original, like your original ideas, your leadership abilities, right? That's your path in whichever way that you can lead. The soul number is the 5, so that is all about transformation, freedom, and change. So your soul constantly is needing to explore, constantly needing to transform. You know, when things aren't working anymore, your soul wants to find a way to change it, right? Like, that's not working anymore. I'm gonna evolve. So your soul constantly wants to level up, feeling that level up of a completion. Yes, okay. And your soul wants to be free. It doesn't want to be tied down to things that no longer serve you, right? You want to be free. You want to be free to be you and do what you want to do. But you also love adventure, whether this is inward adventures, inward journeys, or outward adventures. You love to explore. So your soul that's why I think it's imperative for you to explore nature, because your soul is fulfilled by it and all the new things that you discover, right? And it's magic. So your soul is fulfilled when you see the magic unfold in front of you, the aha moments, the synchronicities. Like your soul, it lights up, you know, the spark. What was it, the card that said a spark of life? It gives you that spark of life, right? So, and traveling, it lights you up. It expands the neuron pathways in your brain because you get to experience other cultures, you get to experience, you know, other people, the way other people live, the way other people eat, the way other people talk, and it just like a sponge, you absorb it all. So your personality is the 6. I call the 6 the nurturer, but it's also the soul. Let's go back to the soul real quick. So we call that one either the freedom seeker or the adventurer. just wanted to give it the name. So the personality 6 is the nurturer. I also call it the boss because they can be very bossy, but not because they're bossy because they want to control things, because they just know how things should be done, right? Like you already know how things should be done, and sometimes you feel like if you don't do it yourself, it's not going to be done the way that it should be done. But they're also the nurturers. I call them the hostess with the mostess. So when somebody comes over, you know, are you okay? Do you want something to drink? Do you want something to eat? I've got something for you. Like, what do you need? Are you doing okay? People feel very nurtured and at home around you, and you make them feel that. And it's also a balance number, so you balance the mind, body, spirit aspect of yourself, you know, everything in moderation. Your destiny, well, before we get to, no, I'm just gonna get to the destiny number 11, the inspired leader, the intuitive leader. So your destiny is to inspire others, you know, by just being you. That's your destiny, to use your intuition to guide you. And it reduces to the 2. So your destiny is to bring peace, love, and harmony to earth, right? So you inspire others, and you also bring peace, love, and harmony to earth. Your birthday number is 5, so we got 2 5s in there, 55, master 55. So the birthday number is, that's, once again, they are the life of the party. You make people, you know, people want to be around you. You're funny. You got a great personality. You have fun. You're just fun, and people love that bubbly, fun energy, right? But your gift is the gift of magic, a gift of transformation, right? So the 5 is you show other people how to live free. You show other people how to live free. Like, you don't have to live the way you're living in a prison, you know, a mind, because most people's prison is their mind, right? So you're showing them how to live free, how to free themselves. You're in that song, free your mind and the rest will follow. Do, do, do. Okay, your attitude is you are the 8. You are the powerhouse. You are the executive. Like, you know how to get stuff done. People look to you because they feel like you're the boss. Like, she's got the answers, and I know that she's got the power within her to create the things and the change that she needs. So 8 is all about the powerhouse, right? You're able to create abundance with the things that you know, with your abilities, with your knowledge, with your wisdom. And let's go back to I'm going to jump back up to the life path 10. So I talked about the 10 being the phoenix rising from the ashes. So you got that extra 0 in your life path, right? It's the 1, but it's the 10. That 0 gives you that grand connection to the universe. That's, I call it the halo on its side, that connection to the angels, which came through as well in your Mayan oracle stuff. So definitely have that spiritual, like, you are connected. Okay, so karma, we had 6 and 7, which is interesting when you were talking about how your family, right? So the karma, and I feel like you've overcome these, because the karma is dealing with family, right? Creating your healthy boundaries, and nurturing yourself and nurturing those you love, right? So that's what the karma is about. The karma is about family and ancestral healing. So I think that's what you've been doing, and I think that you are overcoming that. You have overcome that karma. It's all about balance, right? It's also about balance, and we got organic balance over here. So finally connecting to Mother Nature in a deep and profound way. 6 is also about Earth. So utilizing Mother Earth, co-creating with Mother Earth to help the planet ascend. And then we got the number 7, which is about truth, forgiveness, introspection, spirituality, having faith in a higher power. So I think you've also overcome that one. So you're really just, I'm seeing that completion of the cycle. Like, from this point on, like, yeah, okay, we have completed this cycle, and now we're moving into this new age of Aquarius with none of that baggage. Like, we are done. We've learned to speak our truth in a very loving and compassionate way. We've learned to you know, forgive others and forgive ourselves. We've learned to just let it go. This is about, you know, with family, sometimes when we disconnect from family, we have residual anger or hate towards them. And it's about letting that go. You know, the past is the past. Those people are, you know, even though they're blood related, they were put in our path for us to ascend. Without those experiences and those family members, I would not be the person I am today, because I wouldn't have had the challenges to overcome that I had with them. So it's about gratitude and just saying thank you. You don't have to actually call them and be like, thank you. This is like a ritual, like a ritual of like gratitude, like thank you. I get it. And my ear is ringing really. Okay, so thank you. Intensity number 2 and 3. So the intensity number is the things that you've experienced more in past lives. So you've practiced a lot of patience. You've had to practice a lot of patience, and you've had issues with, I'm seeing the 6 next to the 2, with patience and harmony with family. That was something that you had to you learned, and disconnecting those cords was probably the hardest thing a person can do. So good job. And then we got number 3, which is all about communication. So being able to communicate your truth without people, feeling like sensitive, because the 2 is also about sensitivity. So not caring what other people think, being able to communicate your truth and not care what other people think. Like, yeah, whatever. If people think I'm crazy, whatever. Guess what? Those same people 10 years from now are going to be looking for you and being like, Britt, I remember she was talking about this, and I don't, they're going to be coming to you. I know I've been talking about this stuff for 20 years, and for 20 years I kept saying, eventually these people are going to wake up, and they are. So it's interesting. So 3 is all about mastering the art of communication, right? Letting other people speak. The art of communication is listen and speak and listen, and it's a beautiful fluidity. So okay, so subconscious response is 7, and this is how we react in times of crisis. And so the 7 is all about, why did this happen? Why? When we surpass that, it's problem solution solved. Like, okay, it happened. We don't need to know why. We just fix it. So, the 7 can sometimes get too stuck in the why of things, but that's a part of the process, because once we get the answers to those whys, we're able to transcend it, right? So, okay, so now I'm going to move into the married name, which was fascinating because you became the light worker with that marriage. Your soul changed from being free and adventurous, wanting to just be free and adventurous, and to the 9, which wanting to be the humanitarian. Your soul is now fulfilled by helping others. But it's also, the 9 can also have a lot of issues with family, what's the word, enmeshment? When you get too entangled with family dramas and stuff like that. So gotta just be careful not to get pulled into any of those stuff, So 9, the humanitarian. Your soul is now fulfilled by, and that's interesting because your Mayan number was also the 9, the tone 9. So you're the humanitarian. That's what fulfills your soul now. Moving from freedom and adventure to, which it's still freedom and adventure, but now it's an added layer. I always say that it's just an added layer to who you are. It doesn't change it. It just adds another layer to you. So it's beautiful. And I love that your personality now became the 1. So, and that's about, the healthy boundaries. Now it's about your personality is very, it's original. It's the leader. Like it's aligned with your life path now, and this is why, since meeting your partner, you guys have matching numbers almost. It's like the natural match numbers, I call them, and I love it. And then that turned your destiny number creates what is called a power number, because the destiny number never changes. That's always at birth. Even a person who's adopted, whatever the birth name was, is their destiny. But once people get married or they change their names for business or whatever, it turns into a power number. So you are still the destiny 11, but your power is now the 1. So you have all these 1s, like, for success. Like, I am the leader and I am leading the way. I'm the teacher, the master teacher, because your destiny is to be the master, the 11, the master teacher. Any of the master numbers to me are master teachers. 11 is the master intuitive teacher, and 22 is the master manifestation teacher, and 33 is the master communication. So your power is the one, is being able to step into that leadership role and share your original ideas with others, right? And then so that's it. That's what we came up with. It's actually the power number 10. So now your power number is aligned with your life path, 10 10. So you got 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10 10. Like you went from the 1 to the 10, like you're there. The phoenix has risen from the ashes, and it's a beautiful thing to experience and watch. The evolution, right? Just to look back on your journey when you first got into spirituality, and just how far you've come, how you've honed your gifts and your talents, and it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. And thank you for being on this journey with me, and I'm grateful for you, and I hope that these numbers make sense as they do to me. It's all in my brain here. But I really, the dove thing. Let me go back to that before I end here. I was talking to you about embracing who you were, the person you were born as. That's part of the process, is loving all aspects of ourselves. I know a lot of people that I do readings for, they don't, some of them don't even want to give me their birth name because they're so disconnected from that. But it's about honoring all aspects of you and the journey, and loving that person even then, because as you're loving that person, then time is not linear. You're loving them now, then they're going to feel it in that dimension of time and space. They won't know where that feeling came from, like all that feeling of just love, like, whoa, where did that come from? Where'd that flush of chills just come from? That's you sending that person that you were not connected with love. I think it's a beautiful name, Albus. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this, and happy birthday once again, and thank you. Namaste.